I hope the stream don't go out. I hope everybody can hear me. Everything is fine in terms of audio. We're in the menu with it right now until I hit 6 to 9 minutes, and then we'll try to get into a game here. So we're gonna take our time. So this should be a good 30-minute stream. Please excuse me because I got the hiccups right now. And they've been long overdue, so please excuse that. Make sure my mic is on here. But yeah, so what we're gonna be doing is it's not a sim match. We are gonna be playing a sim, but what we're gonna do is it's a custom game. In a way, I wanna set this up is I've did this before. It's pretty much where you're on goal line heights. You put it in operation, and I think it has to be the air spawn map for some reason. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the long range strikes. We're going to be trying to do what is this? Should have this pulled up, man. This right here, the KH 29 TEs, and so we're going to be doing long range strikes with this. Probably with this loadout, but we're going to either do that loadout or something tailored to simulator matches. So that way we can take out that and also have the capability to self-protect and get back to base. So what we have here is we have a missile that goes almost Mach 2 with almost 20 miles of range. So that is not bad at all. Not bad at all. As long as we designate a target or like a steer point, we can pretty much launch these things as long as we get a point track. And the only thing we need to point track with is just the red box, the site stabilization, or just the designate a target. So what we're going to be doing is in this custom game, we're going to be striking either a radar, a SAM site, or a ICBM that's not like an active missile. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right quick what I'm talking about. I love this map. I wish they put this map in simulator, and I hope whenever they do put it in simulator, I hope they add a lot more stuff to it. That way it just makes sense, you know. But we're gonna go ahead and create a session, and let's just go ahead and search for it here. Here we are, Golan Heights Air Spawn. This is the one you want. I haven't did this one yet, I don't think, or this one. So we might try these. No, that seems like a. Yeah, never mind. Probably not gonna try those because we need the bigger map. So which is this one? So it's the Golan Heights Air Spawns, and then we're gonna put the minimum BR to 13.0 or 13.3, and you see all of the other settings. And just for the sake of it, we're gonna go for simulator. We're just gonna go for simulator in daytime, clear weather. Max number is 6. That way we'll be fighting against three other planes. And so yeah, let's get into it. Oh, you know what? Damn. Let's back out because I forgot this one is 11.7. So let's go ahead and recreate it here. And if I put it to 11.7, that's what BR the planes are are going to be at. They're not going to be any higher. Let's go for 11.7 here. Alright, here we go. And then let's get into a game. So almost 20 miles, so we'll be shooting them within probably like 18, 19 miles. Let's see. Okay, so we'll start shooting at 94. Ooh, actually, I don't know, because at 94,000 feet, the sight stabilization doesn't work up until like 70, I think. I don't think I'm in the right controls. Let's see. Gotta always turn my sensor flight down. Alright, here we go. Why does it feel like this? It feels so different. Is it the flaps? No. It feels different. This doesn't feel... I don't know. We're in damping, so we're good. Alright, I don't know. We'll just do our best. So, we're going to target... Let's go ahead and target and make a steer point. Let's go ahead and strike one of these targets here. We got them targeted there. I'm just going to assume that that's kilometers. It's really different. I don't know what it's not. It's just reacting a little bit differently than what I remember. Anyway, those are our targets right there, and as you can see, we can't lock them, and we can't keep the sight stabilized on them. So we gotta wait a little bit longer until we get just a tad bit closer. But these are the targets we want to strike right here on the map. You got 3 targets there, and I'm pretty sure those are like MLRS sites or something similar, kind of like artillery. And set the waypoint there. Yeah, we're gonna strike these targets here. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to kind of struggle with pointing the nose towards the right area. Here we are, I see it now. Okay, alright, we're gonna line ourselves up here. And honestly, we should be within range now. Yeah, we're definitely within range. 70 rifle. And rifle again ×2. So now we're going to start cranking to the left. Keep our speed up here. Start pointing the nose down. And those are pretty fast missiles, so they should get there relatively quickly. We should see some splashes there soon. Looks like our teapot is. So we're gonna start cranking back to the right. There's our target. So we got one going there, and then another one going to the right over here somewhere. And I shot those at like, I want to say 72,000 feet. Here they go. There's an one just exploded. The other one's still tracking. Boom! It just exploded. And pretty close too. Huh. So that was interesting. I don't wonder why they just exploded in the air like that. And those should have been like within range, like pretty much like well in range. That was definitely within 20 miles. I don't know. Very interesting. Maybe they did self-destructed because it was a point track. That's probably why. But I don't know. Maybe that's why they need like inertial guidance, so they don't do that. So this thing feels weird, dude. That is not the last time I'm gonna say that. It doesn't feel the same. I don't know what's different. It just feels like very like unresponsive in some areas. I really want to know why they kind of just did that, because they should have hit, and they got really close to hitting. But I don't know. Let's try that again. Watch the teapot. So watch the numbers at the bottom where it's telling you like how far it is. This, let's see, 18 miles. Okay. Let's look this up. Let's look this up right quick. Let's do some Google quick maths. So 18.64 miles. Okay, that's 98,419 feet. 98,000. Alright. Let's try it again. You can see those black dots in the HUD there in front of us. If I'm not mistaken, those are enemy. So okay. Let's go ahead and designate that steer point once more. Go to the TGP. And you can see that we are very far from being able to launch these. So we're at 100,000 feet away from them right now, but I'm just gonna keep my laser on them. We don't need laser for these, by the way. These are TV guided, so as soon as I launch these, if I get a point lock, they should track. But again, I need to get like within like I want to say 70,000 feet in order to start like tracking them on the ground. So we're just gonna wait here. We're almost there. So we're gonna shoot one at 90, or no, we're gonna shoot one at 98,000. Oh wait, we were already past 98. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Can't get a lock yet. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, that should be in a point track right there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna shoot the other one 60. So I shot one at 70 something, and then the other one at like 66, 65. So that should be well in range. That should be well in range. I'm gonna do this one more time, and I'm gonna try to shoot it exactly at 98. And I'm gonna try to shoot it whenever I get a lock and see which one hit. Should be seeing the missiles here momentarily. Oh, there you go. One hit. There it is. So those hit. They both hit. I don't know what happened to the other guy. Maybe that one didn't register or something. But they both definitely hit the target. That's strange, man. I don't know what I did wrong the first time, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it just lost track, both of them. But we're gonna try this again one more time. I'm gonna try to. Oh my goodness, can I back the hell out? I'm gonna try to shoot it exactly at 97. So I'm gonna try to get a lock on it at like 100. But I'm not gonna shoot it until I get like at 98, 97. Let's try that. And again, we definitely gotta climb. I'm gonna designate that as a weight or the steer point. Okay. And make sure I know that bearing. 220, okay. So bearing 220. And I'm gonna start climbing. And I want to climb that way I can get a clearer picture, or let's just say a clearer aspect of the targets. Because if I am low to the ground, it has a chance of tracking like trees or just stuff in the way. And we don't need that. Trying to get some altitude here, and go to automatic leveling. And air to ground, and then let's look for the targets here. Goodness, am I already within range? Hmm. Not tracking anything yet. $92,000. Not tracking anything yet. There we go. At 88,000 feet. And then I can start tracking them at 40,000. Rifle times 2. So I can get a lock, at least on this map, a point track lock at 88,000. That's the first missile. Oh, I guess the second missile is not. Okay, I guess the second missile is not available at this time. That is interesting, man. These missiles, these are the longest range missiles or just munitions that I have, I believe. So, um, it's definitely strange the way they're working for me, at least, because I mean I've never had a missile miss a point track just, and I'm getting shot at by the the bots. But yeah, man, I never had a missile just blow up, you know, right above the target just before it gets to it, you know, in a point track. Usually they just, if it's tracking something in the point track, it usually just, you know, goes until it hits whatever it's supposed to hit. But I don't know. They kind of just self-destructed like kind of like an air-to-air missile does. So I don't know. That was very strange. But we're gonna try to do this in a sim game, and we're going to try to fly very low to their airfield, and um, you know, once we get within 20 miles or well 88,000 feet, then we're going to shoot at whatever is moving, or whatever is targeting us. You know, anti-air. We could target the barracks or the living area. You know, let's just try to find us a decent game to get into. Uh, and I like the Su39. I definitely don't regret buying it by any means. Simply because this is a decent one. Simply because, well, for one, it has IRCM. It has a lot of air-to-ground munitions, which that's what I'm looking for in a jet anyway. Um, it doesn't go Mach, but it goes, you know, point 0.8 Mach. You know, you can keep it below point 0.8 Mach pretty easily. So you know, it has more air-to-ground capability than the A10. You know, it's faster than the A10. Russian bias. You know, it has R73s, you know, and R60s. So you know you can carry both. So it's just an all around good, you know, good decent jet for what it is. You know what I mean? It's a frog foot, but it's a really modern and you know souped up frog foot. So you know that's it. And again, I like the frog foots. They're not the best in terms of airframe. Um, I feel like in terms of airframe, the A10 is definitely better. But man, if the A10 could go just a little bit faster than what it could, and I think it would have been even more of a beast than what it was. But sadly, they retired it, and we got some. I got some A10 content cooking up now. I do want to say though, my content is for public consumption, but um, the content is going to come to a change. It's not going to come to an end. It's gonna change though because it's not gonna just be all War Thunder content. Like I'm just doing a limited amount, or a limited amount of War Thunder videos, and you know, and I'm probably gonna upload either some other game or me shooting or me in the woods or you know going to Switzerland or you know just you know traveling. It could be anything. That's the whole point of the channel. It's just to archive stuff that I do. It's not for the viewers' entertainment. You know what I mean? It's more for my entertainment. So just keep that in mind whenever you're watching my content. And you know, I always you know I'll try to encourage you to you know to have a little bit of fun when you're watching or try to enjoy my content. But I mean, it's not like that's what it's for. You know, ultimately, it's not what it's for. So let's go ahead. We gotta find the bases since we just now spawning in. And let's see, and it's a brand new game. So I think this is pretty much all I need. It's just these fuel tanks, targeting pod, um, these things, and something to defend myself. So yeah, and you see all of these loadouts here, you know, I could make a video about all of these loadouts, like, you know, making the barrage. Matter of fact, I already made a clip of me using this loadout right here. This is a total of 100 rockets. And if you use a targeting pod on your, or the T-pod on your nose, and you just laze something from like really far away, you can snipe people. You know what I mean? Snipe like anti-air in their spawn with this loadout. It's not a bad loadout. You get the explosive mass of these bigger rockets here, and then you get just the pure you know area you know the area of effect of these smaller rockets similar to the Mighty Mouses. But anyway, I could make some videos about these, but I mean, it probably won't be. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and start up our sortie. All right, here we go. So with these streams that I'm about to start doing, this one included, is if I die, I'm just gonna end the stream and then we'll try it again with another jet or you know, or we might just try the same thing again until we get it right at a different time. You know what I mean? So, but normally if I die, I'm just gonna end the stream and just call it a day as far as like streaming. But we're just gonna put the teapot out to back over here at Alpha 5, and then let's pull the engines up here. Go ahead and get some flaps. Alright, here we go. Full throttle. But yeah, I definitely got some A10 content on the way. I'm going to do some A10 Charlie content. I also plan on doing some F-15 Strike Eagle content as well, because I definitely want to get a stream in with the GBU 39s, and I want to do something similar to where the B-52s using like the cruise missiles, where like you just climb really high and you just absolutely just demolish an airfield with just the GBU 39s. Now, granted, they're not the best as far as like explosive mass, but they're accurate enough. They're really accurate for. I mean, it's a video game, but I mean, they're really accurate, and you get a lot of them. You get a shit ton of them, and so I can just use. I think you get like 20 of them, and in an A10 you get like I think 30 or something. But yeah, you can just cover the whole airfield with those glide bombs from like 20,000 feet, and then just RTB and probably be back up airborne, before they actually hit the airfield. Um, so so yeah, I want to do that with the F-15. Let's go to the deck here because we don't need to be this high right now. I did see something on RWR. There's a guy in front of me, but I think this is the teammate that took off with us. Let's go to air to air right now, and you can see we have these R73s. This thing is really deadly if you can get behind somebody. And we do have IRCCM on, or IRCM, excuse me, IRCM on. Gonna keep my nose level out here on the horizon if I can help it. So we got a long ways to go, and we still have to find the airfield. And I see somebody really high on our right. See two people on our right. Formation ahead of us. There's two guys climbing right now. And I'll put the nose down that way I can just stay below and getting this ground clutter here. Yeah. Yep, here they go. They're flying together too. They just nailed something. Now they're splitting up. They look like bots though. Not gonna lie. I wonder what they are. What is that? That four to the right. I want to keep him kind of away from me if I can help it, but he's kind of curious now. Oh, he's pinging me. Man, I couldn't slip by. He just had to look to over here. Something just had to be over here. Okay, that's the steer point over there. So I wonder what this guy is. That F4, he is trying to get me, I believe. I don't have any cover. You some help, but I'm not gonna trust my teammates to do anything. I think I see him too. Yep, this is him. It's gotta be. Got him locked. Fox 2. Splash 1 fandom. Gotta turn your right. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? Was that an A10? Oh gosh. I lost him. Fuck. Oh, he's behind. Holy shit, he's behind me. God damn it. And I'm not in the best condition to be doing any outside the box maneuvering here. I just gotta kind of run, use my speed if I can help it. Not looking too good right now. I feel like we could probably turn back in, but I feel like somebody's behind us, and I don't want to take that chance of losing all my speed right now. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna RTB, and then we're gonna repair, and then we'll try to get back airborne if I don't die to AAA. 'Cause there's definitely AAA shooting at me right now. That was a close call though. I think what happened was that my IRCCM, I keep calling it IRCCM. My IRCM just kind of helped me there. So that's good. And we just need to kind of bank more to the right and just RTB at this point because our engines are not looking too hot. We were keeping up our speed, but because we have these fuel pods and these missiles, the flight model is just horrendous. And I need to go to automatic leveling now just to keep my ailerons corrected. Man, it's kind of unfortunate we didn't get to get close enough to use our missiles. But I mean, hell, it's really not our job to find the airfield anyway. So yeah, I guess it all worked out since we. So we're gonna come back, and I think we're gonna actually come back down this way on the this side over here. And The F4 just launched a missile. I'm not worried about that though. But yeah, we're gonna come back down this side, and then hopefully we run into it if we just look, down this column right here. I'm actually losing speed right now. Losing speed, bro. That's not ideal. Still losing speed. Fuck, dude. I am not. This is not developing well because I gotta put the nose down, but I don't have I don't have energy for that. Yeah, my engines are going out. Oh man. Well, we're back on our side of the battlefield here, so we should be okay. My engines are running out. I gotta make an emergency landing. Oh gosh, really hard landing on there. Good thing we're by our base. Okay, well, good news, guys. Okay, we got intercepted. I believe not by the A-10 because I feel like if we did get shot by the A-10, he would have tore our shit up. But we got intercepted by a teammate and he shot us. Okay, and then on top of that, we landed. We made an emergency landing by our base at E. No, this is F. By our base at F7. Okay. So in my book, we made it out alive on that one because it was, pretty close. So we're gonna spawn in over here on this side, and let's just say that we got captured by or we got rescued or whatever, by friendlies. We got picked up by a Huey or something, and we're gonna go ahead and designate. We're gonna go ahead and designate Alpha 8 as a steer point right here. Flaps. Just going to spool up the engines at 11% and close the canopy. And yeah, let's go. Hopefully we can actually penetrate their airspace and stay undetected. So we're gonna go to the right here. You see I'm pulling up on the stick. Real nice and easy. And then we're going to go to automatic leveling here. Here we go. And we're going to stay on the burner. Or not on the burner, but we're going to stay on web. Pull the flaps up. You see we pull the flaps up. The automatic leveling is going to take those ailerons and it's just going to level those ailerons out and kind of just even them out. That way you can keep the wings level and the aircraft level and the flight path level. I'm not really messing too much on the stick right now. I'm just kind of letting the aircraft do its thing. And you can see where it's level at versus where the flight path is. Okay, engines are running hot. Just gonna come back on off a whip and then cool the engines off really easy, and we can get right back on it. Okay, you can see the oil is about to run red again. You can abuse the engines pretty good on this thing. They're not like the Harrier. And then we just come back off of it and cool those engines off. And you can see we're already at 0.8 Mach and we're being told to slow down. Okay. And you can see, just doing all of that, we already up to 10,000 feet, almost up to Angel 7. Or excuse me, Angels 10. And I'm just gonna start cranking. I'm using a little bit of the rudder to just yaw my aircraft to the steer point right there. The X right there is the steer point. The X on the map is the red box at Alpha 8. Alpha being this squadron here, or quadrant here, and then all the way over to this quadrant here. So Alpha 8. And you can just see, you can kind of see it right there, this the shoreline, or not the shoreline, it's not like a shoreline, but you can kind of see where it's kind of like the edge of the map right there. Alright. And we really don't even need to be this high right now, to be quite honest. We should only be popping up this high if once we're like across enemy lines. So once we're across this line here, then we should be popping up this high, but it's whatever right now. I don't think anybody's over here, and I don't even know if we're in the cons or not. I think we are. Okay, there is a base here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to vector myself to Bravo. Ooh, I don't know if I want to get to Bravo. Let's vector to Charlie, like right here, and then we'll turn in and try to target this base here and whatever other base that we find. So we're gonna vector to here, that steer point. And it should be somewhere to our left and below us. Yeah, right there, right there. Okay. RWR, it's been pretty clear. I mean, I'm a Su39 sitting up at 16,000 feet. You know, Angels 13. So, you know, we're doing pretty good. Make sure we go back to automatic leveling so that way, again, so we can keep our ailerons pretty level here. And I'm in Charlie now, so I can start vectoring towards that airfield. So I'm gonna go ahead and designate that as a waypoint or a steer point. Boom, there we go. And I'm gonna keep that steer point. Honestly, I like the way that looks. I'm just gonna launch soon as we're in range. But I actually gotta find a steer point here. Here it is. Okay. Okay, here we go. And let's launch. Alright, I'm letting go of the stick, and you see how that automatic leveling is just putting the nose up. But we're still in Mach. We're not accelerating, but we're still in Mach. You can just see how good this thing is as far as just setting up attacks. It's really good. Very powerful engines, and my argument is, if the A10 could do what this thing, what this thing's engines can do, and if it was like a naval aircraft, it would be crazy. It would just be so, just good. There would be no need for like an A6. You know what I mean? Well, nowadays at least, there also could be like the electric growler or electronic warfare and stuff. We're almost at range to do a point track, I believe. So I'm going to air to ground. And let me actually check that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it at like 30 or like 20, just to kind of be sure. Cause we could probably launch one now. I think we're at 32 now. 31. And yeah, I can actually see it now. I'm gonna launch. Let's point the nose. Well, let me actually. Here we go. So I'm gonna point the nose. Well, still in automatic leveling. We got acquire. What happened? What the fuck happened? What happened, bro? There's no way. Oh gosh. What the fuck happened? Yo, oh my gosh. No way. Wait a minute. I launched, but it didn't hit. I don't. Huh. The amount of effort and just time that took me to get up, like over there, is it just makes what just happened just even more just disappointing. But I'm not one to give up. I'm gonna try it again just because I feel like that was some bullshit. I don't know what exactly happened right there. Maybe I should go to like replays or something and check that out, cause I don't know. I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe I oversped myself, went too fast. I don't know what happened there. But you can see the engines work against it, but the airframe is kind of shitty. It's a Russian airframe. But anyway, we're gonna try that again. I think what happened is I just oversped myself because I was like still in like point 0.8 Mach, or yeah, point 0.8 Mach. So we'll just say that was user error. At the same time of it being bullshit, because I don't feel like that should have happened the way it happened. We're gonna pull up here, and again we're gonna go to automatic leveling, and you can just tell that this thing flies itself in automatic leveling. For me, with these, it helps because it has, we have these fuel tanks along with these KH-29s, which are a really heavy missile. So it helps in that regard. So what we're gonna do now is do the same thing, but we're gonna stay low this time. I'm gonna see if I can redesignate that. That was a perfect like lock. So that was very disappointing for me to die like that. But at the same time, just for that to happen, just in general, you know what I mean? So not only did I die to some bullshit, I died to some bullshit just to respawn again and try it again. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it was some bullshit. I don't think that should happen at all. Like, I feel like that those particular circumstances shouldn't really apply to War Thunder. You know what I mean? As far as like the mechanics goes. If I'm diving, full fucking speed, yeah, my wings are gonna fucking rip. But what are the cases those happen with the A10 or the Alpha Jet or whatever else. You know what I mean? So like it's just to me it's more bullshit than it is anything. But at the end of the day, it's my fault. So we're gonna try it again. Um, Same base, same airfield and everything. We can get over there relatively fast considering that, again, these engines are really good. But yeah, that was a really good point track on there as well, so that's kind of makes it even more unfortunate for me. Let's see if we can get the same track. We gotta do some micro tweaking here. Eh, uh, I don't know. I guess that'll work. I guess it doesn't look as good as the other one, but I guess it'll work. Yeah. So we're gonna start. I mean, honestly, whenever stuff like that happens, I don't want to go through the whole thing of, going down this column just to go down this column. Like at this point, bro, I got the bullshit, so I just kind of just want to go straight to the target. You know what I mean? But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go about this, strategically. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go Charlie again. Then we're gonna go here to Charlie 5. So from Charlie 7 to Charlie 5. And then from Charlie 5, we're going to vector ourselves straight to the airfield. So let's go ahead and do that. Dang, I don't know what happened. At first, I thought my flaps broke. And that probably has something to do with it as well. But I mean, I don't know. But this game has been pretty good, as far as like people not harassing you in air, like air to air. Don't get me wrong, I like a good air to air engagement, even if I lose, or even if the cars, that I have are just not, going to play well against the cars that somebody else has. But because it's still fun. But whenever it gets to a point where it feels like I'm the only one getting targeted, even though I'm probably not the only one getting targeted. It just feels like I'm the only one getting targeted, and it just feels like everybody on their team is doing air to air. You know what I mean? Like nobody else has anything else better to do but air to air. So, but this game has been pretty chill. I try to find really chill games like 4v5s, 4v4s, 3v2s, and shit like that. Those tend to be really fun. We're going to start turning here. Yeah, we're going to start turning here to Charlie 5. Yeah, but those could be really fun. I just hate it whenever everybody is doing air to air and then I'm just sitting up here like, trying to just do one simple strike, that I can't even get because again, just bullshit circumstances, and I just don't think that those circumstances should be or should play a factor in War Thunder. But that's just my 2 cents. All the air-to-air action is going on over there, so that's good. And again, I'm well protected and everything. Like I have IRCM, I have the R73, so I'm not scared of a fight. I'm just not optimized. I'm not optimized right now for a fight. I'm carrying air to ground, and I'm also carrying two really big fuel tanks that I can't even jettison because I don't have a keybind for it. So, and who wants to put a fucking keybind just to jettison something whenever I can go to here, I can go to weaponry, and I can press drop additional fuel tank, and it drops, but it doesn't drop. Hey, coming up on Charlie 4, so we're gonna have to turn in here really soon once I hit kind of in the center line of Charlie 5. And as soon as we turn in, as soon as we like vector ourselves to the like our 12 o'clock to the target, we can pretty much launch because we're in range. If I'm not mistaken, like we're certainly within range. So I'm gonna launch one just to launch it off the rails, and then the other one I'll try to like find something to actually target. All right, here we go. We're gonna turn in and start vectoring ourselves. Here is the target here. We're gonna go to air to ground and see if I can get a lock on something here. It's targeting the runway. Okay, rifle. And that was like for like 50. And then we're gonna go for this guy here. Rifle at 39, and then we're gonna crank to the left. Get our throttle back up. And I'm gonna try to level out here. And watch the impact, cause I wanna see where that first one hit. Got a splash or a shack. I guess the first one I guess it self-destructed or something. Okay. Well, we got one. So we did a long range strike on a enemy on enemy AAA at their airfield. I don't know like how significant that is in terms of in terms of like an air to air or like excuse me, an air to ground sortie. Pretty sure that's not the most like significant thing just to take out like one single AAA. But that's what we did. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna RTB. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna RTB really low to the ground. I just gotta cut throttle here and trying to use the rudder if I can, but whenever I'm in automatic leveling, it kind of limits the rudder. But I'm just trying to use the rudder as much as I can to just point my nose to the ground without gaining a lot of speed here. Cause I'm trying to do it in a turn. So I'm trying to maintain 0.8 Mach without like overspeeding. Okay, here we go. All right, so now we can get back in the rhythm here because we're gonna straighten out. Now we're cold. And let's just get really low to the ground and hug the ground and try to stay out of the way of any air to air. Whoa, something just exploded right there. Maybe a rogue missile. There's a Mirage. Now, guys, I can't fight. Well, I mean, I can fight, but I probably shouldn't. But that guy's really close to me. And I got a feeling he's going to get on my 6 here in a second. But I don't think he's seen me. So, we're going to try to stay out of his way. Hopefully he just RTBs and leaves us alone. There is something low to the ground right here. That looks like a frog foot. That's no frog foot. Yeah, that's no frog foot. Okay. I don't know why I can't bank any more than this, but I can't, so I'm just gonna have to stay in this turn here. It's not letting me turn anymore. Okay, here we go. I don't know, automatic leveling, it kind of seems like a burden sometimes because it doesn't want to work all the time. Now it lets me rotate to the right. Alright. It's kind of like you're on training wheels, but the training wheels just kind of just hurt you more than anything. Like they make you fall. But at the same time, it's good in a lot of cases. Like I use it for landing and just certain shit. This is an 18 up here. Oh, I can kill him. I can kill him. Box 2. Splash. Let's get out of here. Something that was an enemy above me too. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Oh, that might have been a friendly that just passed by. I think it's an enemy. We're not getting any spikes, and we're pretty good as far as like IR missiles because we have that IRCM, so we're good in for like self protection. We're gonna land at this middle airfield here. I mean, I'd say that we did a pretty good job on this sortie. We did what we came to do. I mean, I made a mistake. I feel like let's just call it a mistake. Y'all can, as a matter of fact, y'all can call it a mistake. I'm gonna call it bullshit, partially bullshit, because I don't think that again those circumstances should apply to War Thunder. But who am I to say that? But I think we pretty good stream overall. Successful sortie. Well, upon touchdown, we haven't touchdown yet. But yeah, those are the long range. Those are my longest range missiles or weaponry, munitions. So it's a pretty good missile. I feel like there's certain mechanics in War Thunder that just needs to be implemented. That they're probably never put in the game, but hey, whatever. And you can see, I mean, we're almost out of fuel, so I mean that's perfect. That's pretty much what we want out of the sortie is we want to make it back home without the fuel pods because obviously we needed them. But if we wanted to stay airborne afterwards, we would have 22 minutes of fuel, so that's not bad at all. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Coming in for a landing. Again, we're going to stay in automatic leveling. We're going to go in and line our approach up. There goes our flaps out. Oh gosh, these flaps are... I don't need that much. I don't need that much left, guys. Okay. You know what? We might have to go for a go round here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a go round. And I don't like the way that just popped me all the way up like that, bro. Man, I was trying to line that up. All right, here we go. Pull it on the stick just gently here, so we can just get the base in the hood. Okay. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. We gotta go to the left here. This is not gonna work. We're gonna go to the left here and find the runway. Okay, here we go. Now we can throw the air brakes out. Flaps and automatic leveling. And let's point the nose. And that's the gear down. Keep the air brake, because I need the air brake. Is the gear not down yet? Damn. Here we go. Touchdown. And we're going really fast here. Come on. We gotta break the gear. Cause I am not running into a tree. I am not running into a tree. I promise you. Well, yeah, guys, that's a GG. A little bit wonky, a little bit, rusty in terms of performance out of me, because I don't play this thing often, but I do really adore this thing. I think it is a beauty in terms of CAS. With all of the we got the long range missiles, the laser guided the laser guided 29s, which are, I think they have a little bit less range, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I gotta double check that. I always forget. The 29Ls right here. Yeah, so these have 6 miles. So you can launch these at 6 miles, and then these you can launch at 18. So, and then obviously you have the 25 MLs, which are kind of similar to the 29Ls. They just have like a little bit faster, a little bit better of an engine, and I think the 29Ls have more explosive mass to them as well. So, but yeah, that's gonna end the stream. I mean, if I could change anything and tweak anything, it would definitely be the landing and the approach. It would definitely be trying to find the airfield beforehand and actually trying to just line the attack up as far as like finding what I want to strike, because I didn't even know what I needed to strike. I was just gonna just fire one in the general area and hope and pray that it hit something critical. You know what I mean? But I feel like next time we do strike a base, we're gonna go for like the living area, the repair station, the hangars, all of that kind of thing. And I feel like that'll be a pretty interesting video if we do it right. But other than that, man, that's gonna end the one take sortie for the Su39 long range strike. And I'll see y'all in the next one.